All right, welcome everyone. This is the Food Fitness Finance Fun Blab, and I am Kirsten, your host. And this week we are talking about fitness. And I was actually going to have a guest on who was going to tell us all about her amazing fitness program that she does, because she loves it and it's fun and she always wants to do it because she's so excited about it all the time. And I thought that'd be a great way to share the excitement about finding something you love to do for your workout. But she couldn't make it, so it is me solo again. But I want to kind of talk about something along the same lines. So this will be definitely short and sweet. And if you have any questions, please post them and I can answer them for you. But basically, the thing that a lot of people have been asking me about lately is, how do I stay motivated? So they say, Kirsten, I just can't get motivated. I don't want to work out. How do I get motivated? And I think it's funny that people are asking me, because I don't feel like I'm any more motivated than the average person. I still lay in bed every morning. I don't want to get out of bed. I want to hang out with my dog and my phone and just do my own thing and, slowly get out of bed, maybe ease into my day. And this morning I actually was feeling extra lazy. And truly, I just wanted to curl up on the couch and watch movies all day, but I didn't. And I'm super glad I didn't. And so that's what I want to talk about. Why didn't I? Why didn't I just say, you know what? I've been working hard. I deserve a day to just laze around and watch TV or watch movies or read a book or snuggle with my dog or whatever. So what was it that made me not do that? And I think that's what people want to know, because I think in general, people want to do what feels good at the time. So that might be eating a bowl of ice cream. That might be eating a stack of pancakes for breakfast. That might be ordering a pizza for dinner. That might be watching TV all night when you get off work. That might be skipping your workout. That might be not picking up the phone and calling people if you own your own business. That might be, not knocking on the door if you're in sales and you're going door to door. So it's really easy to do nothing. Do it. That's why it's called nothing. It's nothing. It's super easy to do nothing. The problem is that nothing gets you to nothing. So I want to talk about 4 different things today. So step 1, how to get motivated to work out and do your fitness program and your exercises. Number 1 is you need to know why you're doing it. And you need to have a good reason why, a reason that excites you, and a reason that you're passionate about. So I'm reading this awesome book right now. It's called Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. It's by Darren Hardy. And I just started it. I'm on chapter 2. But in the first chapter, one thing he talks about is that nobody loves their life every moment of every day. Even people that we look at that we think might have the most amazing life, like Oprah Winfrey, like how awesome is her life, right? But she doesn't love her life, everything she does all day. She probably doesn't love being harassed on the street by people everywhere she goes, or sitting in a makeup chair for 2 hours, or, things like that. Like that to me would be miserable. But what she does love is when she gets to interview the world's most amazing people, and she's out there changing lives and making a positive difference in the world. So that might be only 2 hours a week. And all the rest of the time, she has to do all this other stuff that builds up to the result. And she's so passionate about the result, and she's so excited about what she's going to get out of everything. She doesn't mind doing the daily mundane tasks to get there. So, for example, I like to do triathlon, and I really like to race. Racing is way more fun and way easier when I train. So if I don't feel like training, it's okay. I don't have to feel like training every day. But I want the results so badly, a fun, challenging race where I get a best time or make my goal do well for me, that it's worth maybe doing a training that I didn't really feel like doing. And then the other side to that is, honestly, and I know you guys know this, but once you get a workout in, any workout, whether it's walking around the block or doing 20 sit-ups, once you do a workout, you're glad you did it. I rarely hear somebody say, you know what, I did that workout and I regret it. I mean, that doesn't happen, because working out makes us feel good, and it makes us, it relieves stress, it relieves anxiety, it increases the endorphins. It makes us feel good. We feel good when we're done working out. So step one, figure out why you're working out, why you're doing your fitness program. And a lot of times, like, I know you guys have all seen the people that have huge results after they hit rock bottom. So maybe somebody had a heart attack before they decided to change their diet, or was diagnosed with diabetes before they decided to lose some weight, or they want to have a baby and they can't have a baby. Their body's not responding because they're so overweight. So they have to lose weight in order to have a baby. Those are really big reasons, really big whys on doing a health and fitness program. But if you don't have a good reason why you're doing it, the minute you don't feel like doing it, you're not going to do it. That's just the way it is. And that doesn't mean that we're weak. It doesn't mean we're undisciplined. It's just human nature. If we don't have a good reason to do something, if it's not something we feel like we have to do, we don't do it. So think about why you're doing your fitness program. Why do you want to do this workout this afternoon? Why do you want to wake up at 5 a.m. to get your workout in? And write it down and read it out loud and rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. How excited does this make me? On a scale from 1 to 10, how important is this to me? If it's anything lower than an 8, if your alarm goes off and you're tired, you're not going to do it. So change your why. Figure out what you want, and it'll make it easier to get off your butt and start working toward it. Another thing that's a really big thing I see a lot is brides. Like, you set a date for your wedding and all of a sudden it's go time. You're eating perfectly. You're working out all the time because you want to look good on your wedding day. It's one of the most important days of your life. So you have a big why. How excited are you to lose weight, to look hot in your dress? A 10. That's a big why. I remember in college, in high school, people would go to Mexico or whatever for spring break. For like a month before that, everyone's eating salads, everyone's working out, going running. Why? Because they want to look good in their bikini for spring break. They're in high school, they're in college. They want to look hot. On a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you to look hot in your bikini? 10. Awesome. So it doesn't matter what your reason is. You could say, oh, that's shallow. Who cares? It's your own reason. So whatever reason, whatever it takes for you to have a big enough why, a good enough reason to get your workouts in, you're going to do it. So number 1, come up with why you're doing it, write it down. On a scale from 1 to 10, how important is it to you? How excited are you about it? Anything below an 8, change your why. Simple as that. Number 2, you need to do something you enjoy. So all the time I have people say to me, I want to start running. And I say, great. Why do you want to start running? And they say, because it burns the most amount of calories. Or every time I run, I lose weight. Or I can do it right from my house. Like, they have a lot of reasons that they want to start running. And then I say, well, what's keeping you from running? I hate doing it. Well, it doesn't matter how many calories running burns. It doesn't matter how fit you get when you start running. If you're not running, if you don't do it, if you're skipping your workouts, you're not going to get any of those benefits. And I guarantee if you do not like something, If you hate doing a certain exercise, you are not going to do it. You might do it short term, but I'm all about coming up with things that you can maintain for the rest of your life, because health and fitness is a lifetime journey. It's something that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. So find something you love. So the person I was going to have on the interview that I was going to interview today for the Blab, she loves dancing. She's an instructor. She teaches a couple different dance programs. She loves dancing. It's the way she burns calories. It's the way she burns her stress. And she just loves it. She doesn't really love any other workouts. And so she doesn't really do anything else long term. She'll do some things short term, but when it all comes down to it, it's dancing. So she will go, if she had time and the opportunity, she would dance 4 or 5 hours a day. So find that thing you love. There are hundreds and hundreds of ways to move around and move your body. So find the things you enjoy. When I was a personal trainer, I had this guy come in. I trained him at 5:30 Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not 5:30 a.m. Oh, let me make that clear. 5:30 a.m. I'm not a morning person. I would show up to work to train this guy Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 a.m. And he was grumpy. He hated it, but it was the only time that he could come work out. And so I showed up happy, smiling, how's it going? Because that's my job, right? I was a personal trainer. I'm not going to show up and be like, I don't want to be here. So one day I showed up, I was exhausted. I had worked late the night before. I didn't have a car at the time, so I was riding my bike into work. It was only a couple miles, but I live in Colorado, and I think it was like 8 degrees or something. I was so cold, and I was just tired and cold and grumpy. And I walked in, and he shows up like 5 minutes late, and I was like, hey, how's it going? How's it, good morning. And he was like, ugh. And I was like, what? And he's like, I don't effing want to be here. He didn't say effing, he swore. And I was like, and I was kind of like annoyed about that because I didn't want to be here, but whatever, I'm here. But he was paying me. So I, took the higher ground. I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, oh, I'm just so sick of coming to the gym. And I pride myself on making things fun for people. So I was a little offended because I tried to make his workouts really fun and he still hated it. And at that point, again, I was tired and cranky and cold. And so I was, instead of being like, well, let's talk about this, I was like, then why are you here? I just wanted to know, then why are you here? He's like, oh, I don't want to be here. Then why are you here? And he said, because I have to. And I'm like, says who? And he was like, I won't work out on my own. I won't come to the gym on my own. And I was like, why not? And he said, because I hate going to the gym. And so I said, well, what do you like to do? And he was like, I like to go hiking. And I was like, why don't you go hiking? He's like, I don't know. I don't know. He just never thought about that as exercise. And so this was I believe this was in like February. And I said, no, it was in March. It was in March. I remember now. I said, why don't you take some time off from the gym? Start hiking. Go hiking as much as you can. Even if it's, it's 5 a.m., you wake up for this. Why didn't you wake up, go for a little hike? He actually lived really close to the foothills in Fort Collins. So he could just out his door, go up into the trails. So why don't you go for a hike every day? I said, in 6 months, if you want to come back, I will hold a spot for you. I will still train you and we can start over. And he was like, kind of looked confused, but he did it. So in September, because that's how I remember it was March, 6 months later, he called me and he was like, I want to come back. And I'm like, okay. And he came back, never complained again. He had a blast. He kept hiking, even though we were meeting twice a week. But that break of him taking from the gym to do what he loved meant everything. That was everything to him. And it helped him. He got the results he wanted. He enjoyed himself. He lost weight. And then he enjoyed coming to the gym because he was also doing something he loved. So, number 2, find what you love and do it. It could be roller skating with your kids. It could be walking your dog. It doesn't matter what it is. Think about all the ways you can move your body. Hula hooping, stripper pole. I don't know. All the different ways you can move your body and do something you enjoy. Do something that you can do for the rest of your life. Do something fun. Do something that fills you up. Do something that does more for you than just burn calories or just work your heart. Do something that you love. That was number 2. Number 3, schedule it. You will never have enough time to do everything you want to do in your life ever, ever, ever. And if you're waiting for spare time to work out or that extra hour in the day to get more stuff done so you have time to work out, or an extra hour to sleep so you're not so tired so you can work out, that's never, ever, 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 ever going to happen. We have 24 hours in our day. We all do. You get to decide what you do with your 24 hours. If your health and fitness is a priority, see step number 1. It might not even be a priority for you. Then if it's a priority, you need to schedule it. If you say, I'll work out when I have time, I'll work out if an hour opens up, it won't open up. You know that. We're adults. We know that by now. We're not going to have extra time. You need to schedule what's important to you. And if that means, let's say you're like, oh, well, I work 8 hours a day and I drive 2 hours each way in traffic. That's 12 hours. I have to sleep. I have to eat. I have to, do all these other things. How do I fit in a workout? Get creative. So I know somebody who, then this is why I thought of it. He commutes 2 hours a day in traffic. What he started doing, he lives in California. That's bad traffic, right? What he started doing was he started leaving to work an hour early. And it actually, when he left an hour early, it only took him an hour and a half to get there. And then he worked out for 45 minutes, showered, and still got to work on time. So he actually saved time by doing that. So he got a 45-minute workout plus a 15-minute shower in the same amount of time that he would have just been driving to work. And then, it's a half an hour extra, but he got a 45-minute workout in. So it's like he got 15 minutes of his life back. Oh, how exciting is that? Another thing you could do is take your lunch break and walk around the building. Go for a jog on your lunch break. I used to teach a spinning class, and it was Tuesdays and Thursdays, 12:10 to 1. 90% of the people in that class were on their lunch break. Sometimes they're 5 minutes late. Sometimes they're 10 minutes late. Sometimes they had to leave 5 minutes early. Sometimes they had to leave 10 minutes early. They rushed in, did a quick spin class. Even 30 minutes of spinning every day or 3 times a week is amazing. They would get into the bathroom, pat down their body parts that might have sweated, threw back on their clothes, zipped back out to work. They got in their workout during their lunch break because it was important to them. Another thing, if things get hectic when you get home, go to a gym or go for a walk from work, like a gym that's close to your work, not close to your house. Stop by on the way home, get a quick workout in so that when you get home, you're done with everything. You got your workout, you got your work in, and you're free to do your home stuff that you like to do. If you don't want to go to a gym or don't want to do anything outside your home, you can do in-home workouts. I do an in-home workout called PiYo. I either do it before bed or in the morning. And it's a 20 to 40 minute workout. Sometimes I do 10 minutes of it. Sometimes I do 15 minutes of it because I don't have time to do all of it, but I do some of it. If you like watching TV or you want to spend, family time is watching TV, on the commercials, do some sit-ups and push-ups. While you're watching, do some leg raises. Get creative. Find a way to fit working out into your life. But you have to schedule it. You have to plan for it because it's not going to just happen on its own. So number 3 is schedule it. And then number 4, and this is just kind of like a side thing, if all else fails, if you still don't feel motivated, you have a great, strong why, and you're doing something you love, it's all in your schedule, but you're still like, oh, I just can't do this today. I just can't make myself do this. I would say, just do it. I know that sounds super, super simple, but sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do at the moment for the big picture. So just do it. Don't be a baby. Do what's important. Do what you need to do and just do it. And that's what I did this morning. This morning, honestly, I was sitting at my computer after I woke up and I was like, oh, I don't want to get on my bike. So I am doing a bike streak right now where I bike every single day on my trainer. There's my trainer. And I just didn't want to do it. I'm really, really tired. I am super sore from doing things all during the week. And I just wanted to laze around and eat comfort food and just do nothing. And it took me a little while to get going. I actually only did about half of what I wanted to do on the bike because it took me a good hour to make myself do it. I was procrastinating. I was doing busy work. I was checking reports and doing some data entry, things that of course need to get done, but don't need to get done right now. And then I was like, you know what? Just do it. Throw on your shoes, throw on your bike shorts and do it. And as soon as I got on my bike, I was so glad I did. So you will be glad that you did. And I'm so glad I'm done. Got off my bike, I took a shower, and now I have the rest of the day to work. But I got it done. Instead of like right now, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to have to do that right before bed. And I don't get home until 8 o'clock on today's Thursday. I don't get home until after 8 o'clock on Thursdays. I don't want to bike a couple hours at 8 p.m. So I'm so glad I did it, and you will be glad that you did it as well. So does anybody have any questions about any of these steps for loving and wanting to get your workout in today? So feel free to ask some questions. If you don't have any questions, I would love to help you further. If you want to help, I'm a health and fitness coach. And that's one of the things I do is I help people figure out what they love, find out what workout is best for them. So send me an email, coachsmith@usa.com, coachsmith@usa.com, and we can connect. Or you could just go to my blog, foodfitnessfinancefun.com, and connect with me there. I love being here. I love helping people love themselves, love being healthy, love being fit, and love being in the best shape of their life. So I want to help you do that. I appreciate you guys being here today. I am so happy that you joined us. Join us next week. We are going to be talking about finance. So Food, Fitness, Finance, Fun is my blog. Each week we talk about a different category. So next week is finance, so you don't want to miss that. So subscribe to me and I will make sure that you get on the list. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.